And we are live. Hi and welcome. Here is Simone Vincenzi from GTeX, Growing Together Exponentially. And this is another episode of the GTeX show. Yes, if you want to live a life of purpose, grow your business, and make an impact in the world, you are definitely in the right place. And today, welcome to Lovelda Smith.
Hello.
Hi, Lovelda.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
Fabulous.
Brilliant, fantastic. You don't know this, but this is take two. Take one, we recorded, and my mistake, there was no audio, but here we are, take two, we are up again. Just before we start, today we're going to talk about how to really leverage. You're laughing about it, so yeah, I got to do this again. Okay. Today we are really going to talk how to maximize your current relationship for optimum business productivity. So how can you really grow your business leveraging all the people that you know already? That's extremely powerful stuff. But before we start into that, if you are new to GTeX, we are really passionate about helping people living their purpose in life, grow their businesses, and make an impact in the world. And this is why we are organizing a huge community here where we can give people the tools and the techniques and the knowledge that they need in order to create a life and a business of purpose and abundance. And this is the GTeX show where we have online and offline business and life experts like Lovelda here today that are going to help you really taking your life to the next level. So, Lovelda, the founder of Collaboration Club, and her biggest passion is to help startup to start and stay up. So, the question is, what does it mean, Lovelda?
What does it mean? I mean, essentially, as you know, 90% of startups don't make it. And I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I just think it's a travesty. So the Collaboration Club was effectively started as an ecosystem for startup owners, predominantly creative startups, to find a space where they can connect and not only get leverage all tools and resources to be able to get their business up, but the key thing is not just get it up, but get it to stay up.
Exactly. So it's not just to start, but also
building that momentum. Yeah, getting that momentum going. That means that you have a sustainable business that's there for the long term.
That's brilliant. And for those of you that don't know that, Lovelda is going to speak on the 2nd of June on the GTeX stage, really helping you leveraging your network. So you can find all the details below. Come along that. And if you're not able to come along, then during this interview, she is going to really share with you some juicy tips, let's put it this way, where they can use it immediately. So the question is, why is it important to leverage our network? It's like,
okay, so here's the thing. Most people start businesses,
right,
and make it insanely difficult for themselves.
Right.
Like, I have a mentor of mine who talks about a stupid line, which is basically he runs interactive courses, and if you get within kind of 3 foot of him, your brain drops out and you just start talking gibberish. And it's almost similar in some respects when people are starting businesses. There are things that are just so blatantly obvious to others, but people make things really difficult for themselves. And networking, I would suggest, is one of those arenas where the key thing in networking is to just meet lots of new people. So you go out to events and you get lots of business cards. You meet lots and lots and lots and lots of people. But if you imagine that here, you have a door where people are coming in, and you're meeting lots of new people, so you're going out and you're working really hard and you're taking cards and you're networking. But what people forget is back here, you have another door where the people you haven't bothered to keep in touch with are just falling off the other end of it. So as quickly as you're bringing them in, they're dropping out this other side. So it's like having a leaky bucket.
That's very useful.
I'm filling it up, I'm filling it up, it's coming out, it's coming out, I'm filling it up, I'm filling it up.
It feels like a lot of work for no results.
It is. But how many people out there have got a stack of business cards and they can't even remember where the heck they picked the business card up, yet let alone who the heck the person is that they're talking to.
How many people? You have one in front of you. I was sharing before. I have if you open my drawer, there's like 5,000 business cards. They're all there. Like,
it's great.
That's it. Don't know anyone.
You don't know any of them.
Yeah.
So it's not helpful. I think the thing to remember is networking is about the purpose of networking to grow your business is that you're making valuable connections. But if you can't remember who they are, and then trust me, that means they certainly cannot remember who you are, then nothing's actually been gained except you've lost a lot of time, probably quite a bit of money, and a lot of energy in going out and collecting these cards for no gain. What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? Think about that. What's the point?
Apart from if you had a list of things to do, you can go tick networks, met lots of people. But if you're not able to turn those relationships into cash, or those relationships and connections into opportunities, then it's a waste of effort. It's kind of like having a really swanky website, but nobody visits.
Yeah, know what you mean.
It doesn't really do anything for you. It's great. It looks, from the exterior, it looks like, oh, look at them. They're going out and they're meeting all of these people and there's all this stuff happening. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. And so the way I describe it is, if you think about it, everybody has their VIP circle.
Right.
And that's a circle of people that are closest to you that you'd bend over backwards for. It's like, yeah, I'm really busy, but I can always make time for them.
Yes.
Yes, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I can pick up that phone call.
Yes.
I wouldn't normally do this, but because it's you. And your job as a networker is to get into as many other people's VIP circles as possible. Because then that means that it's not just the case if you can go, I know them. It's like me going, I know Oprah. I know her.
Do you know Oprah? Can you put me in touch with her?
No.
Why not?
I think if you get in touch with Harper, you know, they might be able to help you.
Harper?
Yeah,
Harper?
that's a production company.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that it doesn't work much.
So we all have a list of people we know, right? But the secret is who knows you, who can remember you. Because if you have this stack of 5,000 business cards, but you picked one of those out and called them and they went, sorry, who's this? There's no value in that relationship. There isn't even a connection, let alone any value. They don't know you, so it doesn't mean anything that you've got these 2,000 business cards or your contact list has got all these people in it, or you've got 20,000 followers on Twitter. If nobody actually likes or shares any of your stuff, it's all just, it's vanity, but it doesn't translate into anything tangible within your business.
Yes.
And so if the purpose of you going out to meet people is to grow your business, then the first thing you've got to remember is it's not about how many people you meet, it's about how many quality connections you can make with people. And that doesn't come quickly.
See, like, you gotta put some work in.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be work. It is. It's just going to be work. It's like, I read an article, probably about 2 years ago, where Oprah had written this thing about relationships, and it just got me thinking. I thought, how building your business relationships is so similar, like the similarities between the business relationship and the romantic relationship, and people thought I was a little bit crazy. But when you think about it, if you're out building a relationship with somebody, you see them in a bar, and you walk up to them, you go, cute. And then you say something like, so, how many kids do you have? And what was the reason that your last relationship broke up? So what country do you want to live in? I'm really ready to settle down, so what country do you want to live in? And you just imagine the connection you create in that moment.
Brilliant. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That kind of
my life.
But how many people when they're networking go, hi, you do this business, I do this business. There must be some synergy there. Let's figure out how we work together. Well, you don't know them. They don't know you. It just kind of, it feels awkward. It feels sleazy. It feels a bit dirty. It doesn't build any real connection. And not because they have a business that's similar to yours means that the two of you should work together.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily make sense. There's a lot more to it than that. And often people are so tunnel vision. It's like, you have business, I like business, must do business, must do business. And it doesn't work like that. You're still talking to people. And the more you can get people to know, like, and trust you,
Okay.
the more traction you can get in those relationships. So the reason why I said at the beginning, people make their lives so flaming difficult is that you start a business and you go, must meet people. Network.
Yes.
Meeting lots of new people. The bit you forget is you already know people. People is here now.
Yeah.
There is nothing to go out and get yet. Like, have you exhausted your existing network?
No. Not at all.
And this is when the penny dropped for me.
Right. Tell me more about that.
Because it was hilarious. Like, you know, I used to call myself.
So you've never been this way.
Oh, frankly, no, I was. I totally was.
Okay.
So I used to call myself Queen of the Bleeding Obvious because I just find these moments where I go, geez, that was obvious. And one of them was, I thought, right, I know exactly how I'm going to run my business. I'm going to do PR. You know, because that doesn't cost much money. You just go out and you get other people to talk about you and you do PR. So I'm going to write a press release. And I've never done this before. Know nothing about writing press releases. Right. So I did what every good standing entrepreneur, business owner does. I went to Google.
Yes, I do that.
How do you write a good press release? What are the qualities that make a great press release? You name it, I Googled it. And there were some conflicting things. I just kind of filtered them out and went, that's the essence of a press release. And away I went. 10 days later, I finally, something pops out the other end with the press release. And it was only after all of that pain that I sat one day and it was like, you know, like Newton and that Apple moment. And I kind of went, I know 3 people who work in this industry. They're actually all really, really good friends of mine. And I didn't ask any of them about this. And I've spent 10 days of my life writing a press release, and I could have just picked up the phone and spent an hour on the phone, maybe, and learned all the really cool stuff. And trust me, they told me stuff Dr. Google had forgotten. Like, Dr. Google missed out some key points. I'm going to have a word.
10 days, 1 hour.
And when I called them, it went even further than that. They were going, send it across to me. I'll have a read of it and I'll let you know how to structure it. And they changed it around a bit because the template and formula that I was getting from Google didn't have the connection that I had working with somebody else. And so how often as business owners are you going out and starting something and forgetting to ask the like 3 or 4 people you know really well, who know, like, and trust you, want to see you succeed, and you forget to actually ask them for a little bit of help?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think this is very, very powerful because before I started thinking this way, or I got to do everything by myself. I got to figure. I'm a control freak. Like people that are member of the GTeX family, they know that. I'm a control freak. I just would love to do everything by myself, but the truth is, it's low, it's painful, and you're not going to do a great job. Like,
well, here's
not
the thing.
always.
Here's the thing. You're not an expert in everything, right? You're just not. You're not meant to be an expert in everything. And the reason why you start a business generally is because either you found a gap in the market and you feel you can fill it, or there's something you love doing and you just want to do more than you pay for it. And the challenge is, regardless of whichever those 2 reasons are, there are certain things you're great at, and there are certain things like, you know, that you should never be paid to do them, right? There are certain things that people should pay you not to do, right?
Yes, yes.
And it doesn't matter who you are. There are always certain things that you just think, I should never be allowed to touch that. Like, please do. For me, it's don't let me break a website. Like, I can kind of get my head around it, but please don't let me have to play around with that kind of stuff because it's not me. I can talk, I can connect, I can work with you to help you understand the gaps in your business, but I am not the best person to go into the details of your accounts or give you information on exactly what you should do from a legal perspective. I know people who can, but it's not me, right? And so if you were coming to me saying, oh, write me this contract, I'd be like, now, how much of a risk do you want to take on your business? And so the challenge with wanting to do everything yourself is that you waste a lot of time learning skills that are going to take you a lot of energy to become mediocre at, right? I'm not even talking Excel yet. I'm just saying they're going to take you a lot of energy to get to the point where you're mediocre. And there are other people who are already above average. They will do a couple of things and that's it. They're excelling.
2 minutes. That's all we need. 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you spent 10 days of your life doing exactly the same thing. Pick up the phone, like pick up the phone, give people a call, connect.
The question is that, for example, just to make it a bit more tangible for people, what's the possibility in just picking up the phone? Because I think that sometimes we can be very short-sighted in the things that, in the opportunities that we can open.
Oh, I can't see an opportunity right now. There's no point calling. You mean that?
Exactly. So what is the kind of opportunities that you open with this strategy as well?
For me, I think the two biggest ones are some opportunities that came to me in the space of media. So I had no media training, like zero. I did a little bit of
She's bloody good at it.
I did a bit of acting as a kid. I don't seem to be too nervous in front of the camera, but I do not come from a journalist background. I have no media training. I just don't. I've done a bit of public speaking, but that's pretty much the size of it. And I got a phone call. I run events, and I got a phone call out of the blue from somebody who attended my events. At the time of the call, it was probably like a year or year and a half prior. And she called me out of the blue and she said, Lovelda, I'm stepping down from doing some work at this TV station, and so they've asked me to replace, find other people to come on board. And I thought of you, and I thought, geez, what the hell should we do for? But next thing I know, one thing leads to another, because I'm a yes girl, so I just go, yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Next thing I know, I'm sat in the studio. It's live TV. It's first thing in the morning. I'm a guest on an international live TV show talking about the news. And I'm kind of sat there going, this is just going to be surreal. Like, because I know people who are like looking for opportunities to get on the TV. And it just came and went,
that's it.
I'm like, okay, it appears that I now do TV. And I did that for 6 months. And in the last year, I had a similar sort of experience where I did a speaking a webinar series. And there was a Facebook group created for the speakers. Mm-hmm. And one of the guy who organized it said, oh, drop a message in here to say what you're up to. So I thought, what the heck, I'll go along with it. So I did. And one of the ladies in the group thought, right, that's it, we need everybody. So we were talking to each other, and I was just being really curious and asking her a whole bunch of questions, and she had a whole bunch of stuff that she was looking to get done. And so I was just, sharing freely.
Yes.
Here are some people that I know, and yeah, sure, I can do some connections for you, that's not a problem. So we got to the end of that conversation, and she said, you've been so helpful, like, how can I help you? And so I went, hold on a minute, with my list, and proceeded to go through the list, because you need to know what you're looking for.
Number one, you need to know what you're looking for. Write this down. Because
you'll meet people and you don't know who's in front of you. You don't know who they know, and people often make assumptions. And because you're so tunnel-minded, I could have gone, oh, that's the industry you're in. I don't need any of those particular services. That doesn't connect to my business. So I guess we can't do business together. Not me. Put it on. Here's my list. I'm looking for a new car. I'm looking for, everything. Because I don't know who she knows.
Yes.
So I went through this list, and then towards the end, as a bit of a throwaway comment, I said, do you know what? I'm actually really looking for more speaking engagements. I want to get out. I really want to share my message more with the world, because I think people need to hear this sort of stuff. I said, you know what? I'm not even shy. I will do TV. I will do radio. Like, I'm open to that sort of stuff. And at that point, she went, TV, radio, easy. And I'm sat there like, really? One thing led to another, because I just kept saying yes. And next thing I know, I've got my own radio show.
Yeah, right. So once you're clear, like this is what's coming to me, once you're clear about what you're looking for, don't be afraid to ask the other people you connect with exactly for what you're looking for.
Exactly
for what you're looking for. And then doors can open. I've been on television a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a very similar situation. A dear friend of mine contacted me for a strategy session, which we do for helping coaches and consultants. And we did the strategy session. I did it for free because I know her and I love her. And she said, Simone, thank you very much. You're amazing. How can I help you? I said, well,
you have to have a list.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of like media. Oh, I've been on television a couple of weeks ago. I can put you in touch with that in 2 days. Like, I called them are you free on the weekend? We are having a talk show, 45 minutes. You and I'm like, wow, that's great. And so it's really about knowing what you want. And I remember you when you were sharing what you did. You were healthy.
Yeah.
In that conversation, and you were curious. Can you tell a bit more about being curious here?
Okay. So this is like, it's kind of back to the dating like scenario.
Okay.
Like you don't meet somebody and then go, what can I have? What can I have? What can I have? What can I have? You kind of just want to know who they are. So it's kind of playing a game of going, this is an amazing being in front of me. I wonder what they did. I wonder what they've been. I wonder what their experiences of life are. I wonder who they know. Mm-hmm. But to come from that curious space, not who do I know that could do something for me? How can we connect together? Can't work. Right now, given what I currently know, I can't see any connection. I'm out of here. Because often, the thing about building a relationship is it's not just about now. So remember I was telling you about the TV show?
Yes.
I haven't seen this woman for 18 months. Haven't seen her. Not like just hadn't connected, we hadn't spoke. I hadn't seen her for about 18 months. I think she's on my mailing list, so she was getting a few emails and so on and so forth. And we connected a few times before that, but I didn't really know who she was. And we hadn't really done much connection outside of that. It genuinely been about 18 months. And so when she called me, I thought, crikey, something's happened. Like, I don't know why she'd be calling me if something happened, but I still thought, crikey, something's happened, So I'm like, is everything okay? What's going on? I was happy to hear from her, but I thought, this is a bit odd. I don't often get a phone call from you. But what I say to people is, the thing about being curious is it's about getting in front of somebody straight away. So let's get back to those 5,000 business cards. Okay. They're the ones in your drawer.
Yeah.
The reason why you've got 5,000 business cards, where you probably don't remember where you got them from or who they belong to.
Absolutely.
Like if I picked it out and went, Simone, who's this? You'd be like, This one? No. Right? And part of the reason for that is that you didn't connect with them.
Yes.
So there isn't any real memory. And you've been to so many events and seen so many people. We're living such a fast-paced life that so many people are coming in and out of our life that unless you quickly build that one-to-one relationship, it goes. It was somebody sometime, you just don't remember them. And so one of the key things I tell people is get in front of that person face-to-face within 2 weeks. Better 1 week of meeting. So when you go to a networking event, not everybody there's for you. They're just not. There'll be some people there you just think they're a bit weird. We don't all get on with everybody, and that's cool. Yeah. There'll be people there thinking you're a bit strange and they don't want to really hang with you. That's okay too. But occasionally there's somebody, you have a chat with them, you think they seem really interesting. You know what? I just like them. There's something about them, I just like them as a person, I want to get to know them more. And get their details and make it your business. The next, always have some time within 2 to 3 days of any event to get in touch with people. Better yet, on your way home. Most people are using mobile smartphones these days, and so you can get into your email on your way home with the business card. Just make you, great to see you. Would love to make some time to touch base. Can we do a coffee? Because in that interaction, your connection's that bit much more deeper, and you're less likely to forget them, and they're less likely to forget you. It's now just not a name, and Facebook Messenger don't count. Like at best, if you can't get in front of them face to face, do a Skype.
That's really important, because I think that sometimes when people go in business, it's very easy to be so caught up in the running of the business. Me, all this stuff is going on. Forget there's people out there. I've got business to run. Rather than create this genuine connection and taking time to nurture those genuine connections. But without understanding that are actually those connections that are the ones that are able to help you grow your business in a faster way, much better, rather than you doing things by yourself.
So here, if you have never been in business before, you do not have the connections to make this happen. And so the truth is, what you don't have in connections, you pay for an experience.
Yes. Very true.
You just do. Which means that you have a more bumpy ride. Like, strap yourself in, put your helmet on, and prepare for an incredibly bumpy ride. Because unless you have a lot of people around you who've been there, done that, know people, experienced it in the same boat as you, that you can work with and be open with, then you're in for a really, really bumpy ride.
Unless you have a lot of cash where you can pay for the services, but if you are a startup,
even if you have a lot of cash, you're then in for an expensive bumpy ride.
That's true.
Because what you'll do is you'll throw money at things that you might not necessarily need to throw money at, because you just think, oh, I don't need to ask for advice. I'll just pay this person $2,000. I'll just pay them £500. Not knowing,
pay, and then
next thing you know, the money's gone like this. It's easy to spend a lot of money. Really, really easy to spend a lot of money. But if you can bypass some of that with conversation, and just start by like, who do you know already? The truth is, most people, you don't know who you know.
That's very true. So on the 2nd of June, you're going to come on our stage and share.
Help you understand to know who you know.
Brilliant. So what you're going to cover on the 2nd of June? Can you just give us a
little snippets? So stuff I've talked about today, like how do you overcome the leaky bucket effect, where you're getting all of these people in, and as quickly as they come in, they're coming out the other side, right? Like what do you do to overcome that leaky bucket effect? How do you get into more people's VIP circles? What's some processes, steps that you can take that help ensure that other people know you and want to work with you? Know, like, and trust. Those are 3 key words. How do you,
like and trust.
Exactly. How do you get in more people's VIP circles that you become the person that they want to help, that you become this person they want to be a champion? But also, how do you get more out of, forget like, we can even just park meeting new people, right? Let's just park meeting new people for a moment. You know people, right? So how do we do an inventory of those people you know already, that you can put a structure in place to start to get to know them more in a way that supports your business going forward? Because the truth of the matter is, how many of you have friends and you don't actually know what they do?
Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few.
And it's simple. We'll be going through simple steps like that helps you go, well, hold on a minute. If I take the 10 top people in my VIP circle, genuinely, how well do I know them? If I was to write a list of their top skills, do I actually know what they are? If I were to go and look, do I know what's important to them really right now?
Yeah.
And if you can't answer those questions, shame on you.
Slap on the wrist. Okay.
Shame on you.
So we're going to slap you. No, I'm joking. On the 2nd of June, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
A big like group slapping. No, on the 2nd of June, then free event. Remember, you can see the details just there below. We have already the queue in front of the room. So it's going to be at the Hilton DoubleTree in London, West End. And it's going to really go into details of what we have been talking on so far. And because we allow time for networking and getting to know other people, guess what? You can practice it immediately, right?
Yeah.
Test around. Fantastic. And the great thing is that all the people that come to our events are those kind of people that want to make an impact. And not this kind of fluffy, bluffy, and chuffy. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know. But not those people that are not willing to take action, but they are action takers, and they really want to do something with their life. They really want to make an impact. They want to make this world a better place to live, and they give to share. So come along, because you will definitely enjoy it. Now, Collaboration Club. Tell us a bit more about Collaboration Club, and how can we find more about you?
Okay, so the best way for me to describe Collaboration Club, when you start it. Rewind back, when you started your business. And so you have this skill and you love it. You're really, really good at it, right?
Yes.
And you go, right, I can do this better. I have an idea. I can go out into the world and do it better. And but very quickly, you start to realize that there's more than that one skill you're really good at that's required. So whatever it is, all of a sudden you go, ooh, I need to learn how to market. I need to sell stuff. I need to account. I need to do web design. What is SEO?
Yes.
And that comes up, it's like you kind of get going and all this stuff comes up, and before you know it, you're totally overwhelmed. So Collaboration Club, how I said you need to know who you know. Like if you don't have a great network around you, you better strap yourself out and be prepared for a bumpy ride. And if you happen to have cash, be prepared for an expensive bumpy ride, unless you've got a great community around you. And so Collaboration Club is designed as an ecosystem for startups, for determined people who want to get their business off the ground, who really want to make it happen, who are really passionate about changing the world by doing what they do. And money, although it's important, it's not the reason that they're doing it. It's not the primary driving force. It's a beautiful byproduct. But they recognize that determination alone, funnily enough, doesn't quite do it. And they don't yet have the resources, the tools, the know-how to be able to piece this together perfectly. But if they had it, they'd make it happen. And so that's what we do at Collaboration Club. We provide the resources, the team, the support network around you. There's mentorships, there's blogs, and all sorts of other things that you can connect with, as well as events to help you work out what the next steps are so that you actually get lots of momentum in your business.
That's brilliant. That personal experience, all the various aspects of Collaboration Club, and GTeX has been growing exponentially as a result of attending the event and the connection that I made with some of the people that I met in the circle. So can you tell us a bit more about how the mastermind run and what you cover on that?
Okay, so there's two main types of events. The first is master classes, and these are interactive workshops. So what I learned is that it's easy to turn up to something, take a lot of knowledge, and then do nothing with it. So I thought, doesn't work. If you come along to a masterclass for the Collaboration Club, you better bring a pen and a paper and be prepared to work. Because what we do is that our speakers not only share information in small groups so you get to interact with them,
Right.
but they also insist that you start doing the work now. So you have no excuse. You start to build momentum straight away. In the masterminding, they happen once a month. And you have a group of people where you get 20 minutes on your business with a group of people to ask a specific question and get tangible, actionable next steps to move your business forward. So all of this plus various other membership benefits, you know, because you get to connect with the members, there's tools, there's resources, there's video footage you'll be able to watch over and over again. You'll get for less than £1.
That's brilliant, fantastic. So go on a website, you can find all our contacts that are going to be here on the link below. So like stalker on Facebook, Twitter.
You're actually encouraging stalking.
No, I'm not encouraging stalking. Okay, like send her a text or message, not stalking. Okay, and if people want to get in touch with you, where they can find you?
Okay, the website is the Collaboration Club. It's www.thecollaborationclub.com. Twitter handle is @TogetherGrow. And if you want to just email me directly, that's cool too. It's Lovelda @thecollaborationclub.com.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Lovelda.
You're more than welcome.
Oh, brilliant. And yes, I'm talking to you, exactly. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 2nd of June. Outside of the, no, not outside, inside, actually, the Hilton DoubleTree in West End for another incredible GTeX event where you can connect with people and take your business skill to the next level so you can live your purpose, grow your business, and make an impact. That's all for me today, and thank you again, Lovelda.
You're welcome.
And remember, always live with purpose. Ciao! Ciao. Oh, I forgot. Leave a comment. Share it. Oh, come. Right, share it. Leave a comment. We love you. Ciao.
Bye.